What's up, guys? Just chilling at this, it's not really a school, well, it's kind of a school. It's like a special school, if you will, for like alternative schooling. It's like Waldorf school or something like that. And basically it's for people who want to send their kids to a school that isn't your traditional, mass education system type thing. I like it over here. It's peaceful. It's not far from my place. Usually not a lot of people or no one else in a lot of cases. So it's a nice spot to film a video. And I wanted to talk today about last Sunday in particular. Hoping that it doesn't get too windy. It's supposed to be nice, and it has been, but of course as soon as you hit record, anybody who films videos knows that that's when the wind picks up. Anyway, so last Sunday I ran a 5K in a neighboring town. It's a really nice spot, and they do it it's called the Lunenburg Muffin Run. Basically, the gist of it is, at the end of the 5K, there's hundreds, if not thousands, of muffins that everybody can gorge on and feast on. So, it's just kind of a local thing. It raises money for a local kids' soccer team or something, I believe. In any case, it's a nice run out around the perimeter of a nice scenic town, a nice back harbor. It's a beautiful spot. And I had a good time. It was very hot, but I finished in my second best 5K time of 24 minutes, 25 seconds. My personal best right now is 23:30. But it was hot, a little hilly. I wasn't expecting to get my best. But afterwards, when I was lining up for the vegan muffins, which were in the little cafeteria part, not out on the table with everything else, there was another gentleman there who was also lining up for a vegan muffin, and a little bit of an older guy. So I said, "Oh, fellow vegan," and we got to talking. And this man's name is Jimmy. Really, really nice guy. He was pleased to meet another vegan as well, because we both live in rural areas that are not heavily veganized, shall we say. So it was kind of nice for us to both meet another vegan, and another vegan runner at that. So we got talking, and Jimmy shared his story with me, and so it was very inspiring. So I thought I'd share a little bit with you guys. He's met Dr. Esselstyn and Campbell and Bernard and quite a few of the others, and he's working with the Forks Over Knives program, or has. Lost a bunch of weight, got off medications. I think he was taking something like 8 or 12 medications a day. So he's dropped all of them. He doesn't need them anymore. He had other serious health conditions that are completely reversed and cured at this point. And I won't disclose exactly what they were, because that's a little bit personal, even though I haven't said his last name. Anybody watching this who knew me and knew who he was, it's kind of personal information. But let's just say that it was a couple of very serious things that were completely cured. So it just really hit me, here I am, I'm always talking about, the animals, I'm talking about the environment. And I touch about the health and stuff and how it's helped my running, but it's weird how much you kind of forget the impact a whole food plant-based diet can have on human health until you're actually speaking to somebody face to face. Like, I've got some friends, through YouTube, through Facebook, through whatever, who have, overcome very, very serious illnesses and poor health. But when you see it firsthand, and he was showing me some before and after pictures. And when you see it firsthand, it really just, it hits you on a whole different level, I think. So if anything else, this video is just a reminder to you that I recommend anybody watch Forks Over Knives on Netflix if you haven't already, obviously. But just a reminder for anybody who's vegan that is watching this, that that's such a good resource and such a good way to get your friends and family members to actually give a shit. Because of course it's going to help the animals, of course it's going to help the environment. But if you can prove to somebody that, you know, you're probably going to live a lot longer, your value of life is going to increase, your health's obviously going to increase. If you can convince people of these things, that's a very powerful tool. So yeah, of course, talk about the human health benefits, and it's one aspect that maybe I don't touch on enough, because it is something very personal to people. So a couple of other things that happened that day. The last minute and a half of the race, that town utilizes slave horses to drive tourists around, do little wagon tours. It's something that I've briefly protested a few times in passing. And you know what, even if you're in the middle of a 5K race and you can barely breathe, take that opportunity to say something. Let your voice be known. So I was running past a girl that was sitting on top of one of these horses, and I think I scared some of the runners that were around me, but I was just like, this is fucking slavery. She's like, what? I was like, you heard me? This is slavery. As I run by and complete a sub 25 minute 5K, which like for me is fast, you know, so it's just funny. And then I was able to kind of pick it up to the end from there. It gave me a little bit of motivation to like kick it into a higher gear, but don't let any opportunity go to waste at all to speak up for the animals. Yeah, and then after that, just talked to a few people, had some good conversation. Like I said, met Jimmy, and then ran home about another 6-7 miles after the race. So it was a good weekend, and I just thought I'd share that and get, you know, talk about it a little bit. These bugs are starting to bother me a little bit. Although I do have this this vegan spray that's like, it's like an essential oils thing, and I think it's meant to be more so for the fragrance, but it does work to some degree with black flies and mosquitoes because it contains lavender and some other lemon zest that they don't like. So while a lot of these bugs are around me, not many of them are actually landing on me, and to my knowledge, none of them have actually bitten me yet. I watch, I'll go home and I'll have like all these welts coming out of my head. But anyway, just thought I'd share that. Just have a little chat for no reason other than to chat. So a little Wednesday weekly check-in or whatever. So yeah, cool. All right, well, I'm gonna go, guys. Yeah, like I said, these bugs are kind of driving me nuts. So peace. We'll see you next time. Have a great day, guys.